Nailing the first date. How to avoid awkwardness and have fun. First dates can often feel like you're walking through a minefield of awkward silences, nervous jitters, and that persistent worry about saying something totally off. The truth is, almost everyone feels that way. Whether you're shy, outgoing, or somewhere in between, the first date jitters are completely normal. Here are some tips to turn your first date into a fun, enjoyable, and yes, less awkward and memorable experience. Start with low-stakes expectations. Let's get this out of the way. First dates are not interviews. You're not auditioning for a role as the one. Instead, think of it as an opportunity to meet someone new, get to know them a little, and see if there's a spark. Rather than stressing about whether or not they'll like you, focus on showing up as your true self. After all, no one expects perfection, just a chance to enjoy each other's company. Choose a comfortable setting. Where you go matters. Picking a setting that's easygoing can really help set the tone. While fancy dinners may sound nice, they can add unnecessary pressure. Instead, opt for something casual like a coffee shop, a walk in the park, or an interactive activity like mini golf or an escape room. The added focus on the activity means you're less likely to be caught in a moment of awkward silence. Prepare a few open-ended questions. Don't feel like you have to memorize a whole script, but having a few interesting questions on hand can keep the conversation flowing. Instead of the usual, "What do you do?" try asking something like, "What's the most random skill you've picked up recently?" Or, "If you could time travel, where would you go and why?" Open-ended questions are proven to foster deeper conversations and make both people feel more connected. Embrace the power of humor. Humor is an amazing way to break the ice. Even if you're not a stand-up comedian, a little self-deprecating humor can go a long way in easing the tension. Whether you laugh at a funny slip-up or joke about your nervousness, humor has a magical way of building trust and rapport. If something awkward happens, laugh it off. You're human, and it shows you're comfortable with being yourself. Practice active listening. It's easy to get caught up in your own nerves and worry about what to say next, but active listening is one of the best first date tips. Show that you're engaged by nodding, making eye contact, and responding thoughtfully to what they say. People love feeling heard, and it's a surefire way to make a great impression. Know when to wrap it up. When the energy starts to dip, it's a good idea to wrap up the date before things get too awkward. Ending on a high note is the way to go. A simple, "I had a great time, would you like to do this again?" can leave a lasting positive impression. First dates don't have to be perfect to be fun. Remember, it's not about avoiding awkwardness. It's about making the experience a fun and memorable one.